Alright, so this is going to be a video showing you the bone merging tool. The bone merging tool is pretty pristine, if I'm being honest. When I was trying to animate it, took me forever without this tool, because you'd have to animate the gun and then weld it to his hand. So you should download the Bonemerge Tool if you're going to be doing animations or want a gun or any kind of weapon in a ragdoll's hand. So we just spawn in June here. Spawn in a few weapons. Alright, so now that I got a few weapons, we're just going to stand them up. For this, you just get the stand pose if you don't have it. It's pretty much the ultimate way just to T-pose a ragdoll. You just click on them and then click on where you want them to T-pose. His legs are going to be, or feet are going to be a little bit in the ground. So to do that, just download the ragdoll mover. You'll need this. You need the ragdoll mover in order to do animations. But you just click on his pelvis and then just move that box up until he's where you want him to be. Now his feet aren't sinking in the ground. If you click anywhere else except the pelvis, it's not going to work. It's going to mess up his body. So just do the pelvis. It's the only way you can move his whole body. I'll do another video on the ragdoll mover another time. Is how I used to do this, is I would select the ragdoll mover and just move the gun that way and try and position it in his hand for the animation, and then I would proceed to weld it using the welding tool. So gotta try and line it up with his hand, and then I would just go ham on the welding tool and just start welding it, welding the crap out of it. That doesn't work too well. Once I did that, I would normally hit it a few times with the physics gun here, just make sure it's welded in there, which it is. But that sucks. It really did suck. It took so long. Because if you're trying to animate recoil or gun or anything, like it's just not effective. So select the NPC or the ragdoll, I should say, and then Bonemerge Tool, and then select the shotgun, and bam, it's in his hand. Instructions are on the screen to the left if you can't see it. But yeah, so this is with my original way of doing it with the weld. As you can see, the gun moves, but it doesn't move with his hand. But with the Bonemerge Tool, it stays. It's like he's actually holding it. So when you move him for an animation, the gun will stay in his hand and move with his hand perfectly. Now with the finger poser, you can make it look like he's actually gripping the gun better, but I mean, that's pretty good. So the Bonemerge Tool is very important if you want to do any animations where they're holding anything. You can even merge multiple things into each other. So now he's holding a shotgun and a rocket. Looks a little bit weird, but you can always fix that. You can also merge multiple ragdolls together. So I'll get George and then the Joker here, and I can merge them into one. So now you have a George combined with Joker using the Bonemerge Tool. T-pose him, there you go. Looks a little bit weird, but it works pretty good, and you can see his hair. So now all of their limbs will move at the same time. Now one thing you don't want to do is select the gun first like I just did. If you select the gun first and then select their hand, it really bugs. As you can see, that does not look good. His hand is stretching a lot. And now the gun is the only bone they have. You cannot select him anymore. The gun is the only thing you can select with the ragdoll mover. So that's what he would look like now. So do not select the gun first. I'd also like to say that you cannot bone merge NPCs. Only ragdolls and other like add-ons. You cannot do it with NPCs. In the future, I will make more videos explaining this stuff. I know there weren't many that I could find that explained it too well. It took me a while, a couple months, to figure out how to do this kind of stuff. So I will be making videos on the ragdoll mover, and then Henry's animation tool, and all kinds of stuff like that in the future.